Hello everyone, welcome back yet again to another English lesson with your teacher Caroline. Today being a Monday, we shall have English, and this time it's a brand new lesson. We won't be continuing from a previous lesson, but this is a brand new lesson, and it's on page 30. Open to page 30. The heading reads, "What is it?" But before we get right into it, what do we start with? We first start with our vocabulary, meaning a few of the words we shall be learning today in our lesson, or a few of the words that we shall be using in our lesson. Okay, fasten your seatbelts and let's begin. As usual, we ought to start with the vocabulary. First and foremost, we ought to start with the vocabulary. But for today's vocabulary, it's gonna be a little bit different. We are going to start with spelling, and then after spelling, we ought to find out what the vocabulary is. We shall start with spelling the letters, and after spelling the letters, we find out what vocabulary we've made up out of the letters. First letter, F. F. L. L. O. O. W. W. E. E. R. So we are done with spelling the letters, and what vocabulary have we made up? That's the word flower. That's the word flower. Flower. Good job. Let's move on to vocabulary number 2. T R double E. T R double E. And what vocabulary have we made up? We've made up the word tree. 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 C A T. C A T. And what's that word? Cat. 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 B E A R. One more time. B E A R. Bear. 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 D O G. Again, D O G. And that's the word dog. 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 And now we are going to see how those pictures look like. We've just looked at a few vocabulary. Now we are going to see how the pictures look like corresponding to the vocabulary. Picture 1. What do you think that is? Can you guess? What do you think that is? Can you guess? Well, if you guessed a flower, that's very good. That's how a flower looks like. Picture 2. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? Well, if you guessed a tree, that's amazing too. So, that's a tree. That's how a tree looks like. In picture 3, we have our cat. We have our cat. And that's how a cat looks like. Our cat is moving on its tippy toes. Our cat is going somewhere. And we have our dog. That's our dog. That's how a dog looks like. So in this example, we have a cat and a dog. Do you have a cat at home? Or is it a dog? What do you have at home? Is it a cat or a dog? And lastly, how do we call that? That's also an animal, but that's a wild animal. We cannot keep that animal at home because it's very, very dangerous. But we can keep cats and we can keep dogs. So, how do we call that? Well, that's a bear. That's our bear. A bear lives in the wild. It does not stay in our homes. And now, I'm going to need you to open to page 30 of the book. Get your book, your English textbook, and open to page 30. We are going to see how we can use the few vocabulary we've learned when we are having conversations, when we are speaking, or in sentence or structure patterns. And now we have this question. The question says, what is it? What is it? This is a question because it ends with a question mark. It's a question because it ends with a question mark. In this case, someone is asking you or you're asking someone and they need your response or you need someone's response. We shall be listening to our track, but before we get to it, let me first guide you. Flower, tree, cat, bear, dog. Get your pencils, open to page 30 and number, okay? And number. Listen and number. Listen carefully and number. Are you ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, please kindly listen to the track.
Lesson 4. What is it? Track 16. Word chest. Page 30. A. Listen and number. Number 1.
Tree. It's a tree.
Number 2.
Cat. It's a cat.
Number 3.
Bear. It's a bear.
Number 4.
Dog. It's a dog.
Number 5.
Flower. It's a flower.
Lesson 4. What is it? Track 16. Word chest. Page 30. A. Listen and number. Number 1.
Tree. It's a tree.
Number 2.
Cat. It's a cat.
Number 3.
Bear. It's a bear.
Number 4.
Dog. It's a dog.
Number 5.
Flower. It's a flower.
Language chest. Language chest. B. Ask and answer. B. Ask and answer. 1. When we look at this picture, we can see a bunch of kids. We can see a bunch of kids asking each other questions and replying. When we look at picture 1, this is picture 1. This little boy asks, "What is it?" Okay, what is it? And this little girl is holding something. What do you think she's holding? We just looked at what this is. Well, she is holding a flower. So she responds by saying, "It's a flower." What is it? It's a flower. And in picture 2, we still see 2 kids, a little girl and a little boy. This time round, the girl asks the boy, "What is it?" And the boy is holding her. What is the boy holding? Correct. He's holding a cat. So he responds by saying, "It is a cat." What is it? It is a cat. When we look at this or this is read as "it's," but it's the same as "it is." "It's" is the short form of "it is." You can say "it's" or you can also say "it is." Just like here. "It's" is the same as "it is." In this case, they used "it's." You can also say "it's a flower," or you can also say "it is a cat." Okay? "It is a cat," or "it's a cat." Here too, "it's a flower," or "it is a flower." Both are correct. And now we are going to see a few examples of when and how we can use "it's," "are," and "it is," and also this question, "what is it?" Okay, what is it? We said this is a question because it ends with a question mark, and a sentence structure ends with a full stop at the end. Question, sentence, question, sentence. Okay, so what is it? What is it? Or what is it? What is it? Well, it's a flower. Okay, it's a flower. What is it? It's a flower. What is it? It's a flower. What is it? What is it? It's a tree. It's a tree. Okay, so if someone asks you, What is it? If it's picture 1, we say it's a flower. And if it's picture 2, if it's a tree you're looking at, you say it's a tree. Example 2. What is it? What is it? It's a cat. It is a cat. You can see this time we have it is a cat. It is a cat. Okay. What is it? What is it? What is it? It is a cat. It is a cat. It is a cat. What is it? What is it? What is it? It is a dog. It is a dog. It is a dog. It is a dog. What is it? It is a dog. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? It's a bear. It's a bear. It's a bear. It's a bear. What is it? It's a bear. What is it? It's a bear. Okay. You can say it is, or you can say it's. It is and it's are the same. They both mean the same thing. And that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves. You'll be hearing from me very soon. Goodbye.